awesomeness commence!
Hello, dear viewer. You're looking good today.
Thank you. It's so nice to be here.
Dear viewer is a hamster? The internet is a weird place.
Welcome to the Bolt, and more Bolt Marathon.
Yes, most noble magic box, may you run.
Most noble magic box, may you run glitch-free with courage and fortitude.
Yeah, that. I briefly covered this game in my PlayStation 2 Collection Update video for July of 2017, but here we are for the full review. 2008, Katy Perry kissed a girl, and she liked it, and Disney released their newest animated film, Bolt. It was nominated for several awards and lost most of them to WALL-E. 2008 was a strange time to be releasing PlayStation 2 games, as PlayStation 3 had been released 2 years earlier in 2006. The plus side to being a late release is that most of the potential for the PlayStation 2 had been harnessed at this time. Late release games tend to be some of the best titles for a console because of this. Bolt, I'm afraid, is not one of these. This is a game with a lot of problems, but it is fun enough. Most of the time. I have saved a handful of the really bad missions to show you at the end. This game was developed by Salt Lake City-based development company Avalanche Software. They are most well known for their work on the Disney Infinity franchise. Be careful, dear viewer. This is Avalanche Software, not to be confused with Avalanche Studios, the team behind the Mad Max game. No, these are the guys that played the tabletop game Puerto Rico. Here, I have proof. It's in the video that they have on their website. Yeah, Puerto Rico is a great game. Interesting video, by the way. I wonder if they're having trouble talking people into moving Salt Lake City, because they are really trying to sell it in this video. As mentioned before, this game is based on the movie, but Miley Cyrus and John Travolta did not return to voice their characters here. Malcolm McDowell did, though. Here he is, portraying Calico again.
She's no longer a menace. As long as the professor believes she's alive, he'll do what is asked and finish the weapon.
This game has a nice case and a fun-looking manual. There's not much information in the manual, but it is in full color. That's always nice to see. Let's jump into the game. You play as two different characters as things progress. There's Penny with her wheelbar, whose stages tend to be about stealth and maneuvering. The other character is Bolt, the dog with superpowers whose stages focus more on fighting. This is why Bolt has a health bar and Penny doesn't. If Penny gets hit, it's game over. One-hit deaths with her. Gotta be careful. The very first stage is the intro and tutorial for Penny. That green bar there in the upper right is her energy bar. Using her special abilities like camouflage will deplete this meter. It will fill back up when no abilities are being used, but you can also replenish it faster by defeating enemies. During this first stage, we learn to use her various moves like Sneak, Sneak Attack,
I've got you now!
Invisibility, Knockout Gas. I never did use this move again after this stage. Different ways to use the wheelbar, and enhanced vision. Bolt, on the other hand, is trained in a trial of fire kind of situation. The first time you take control of Bolt, you're dumped into this battle with a brief explanation of how to control him. Bolt's moves consist of Dash, which is also his light attack, Heavy Attack, combos using these two moves, and Grab attacks, which have 4 variations. Then there's his power moves that deplete his energy bar. These are Sonic Bark, Ground Pound, Invulnerability, Laser Eyes, and Sprint. This only gets used like twice the entire game. Of course, he has his health bar up here in the top left corner of the screen. Because of this, he can sustain multiple hits, unlike Penny. Finally, his superpowers. When the combo meter on the right side of the screen is filled up, the player can hit L3 and R3 at the same time to go Super Saiyan mode for a short time. This makes Bolt much more powerful, and his Super Bark will one-shot kill most enemies. It's important to save this up for some of the particularly difficult enemies. This meter is filled faster by completing fighting combos. The more attacks you can get into one combo, the faster this will fill up. Easier said than done though. The combo system in this game is capital jank, but we'll come back to that. Both of our heroes can jump and double jump and are able to interact with parts of the stage from time to time using the circle button. The circle button stuff can be a bit confusing, as sometimes you just need to press circle, but other times you need to hold circle or hammer on the button. Besides the Penny and Bolt stages, we also have the twin stick shooter game, which is for hacking.
I cracked the computer. I'm in!
I love twin stick shooters. Well, not this one. So in this part of the game, you just blast your way through sections of the stage, and when all the enemies are killed, you are allowed into the next part until the hacking is complete. Killed enemies drop items, and I think I understand them. There's health pickups, which are pretty straightforward. There's also a spread shot and an increased rate of fire upgrade. At least I'm pretty sure that's correct. The weapon upgrades have this meter on the left. If it runs out, you're back to a slow single shot and have to find some upgrades again. Upgrades disappear if they aren't collected in time. Quick note, while making this video I poked through the manual and discovered that there's a way to drop bombs during this part of the game. I had no idea. The majority of this game is played as Bolt, so let's take a look at the villains we'll be facing. There's 6 of them, and here they are ranked from best to worst. First up we have Prati. She has spear attacks. She's my favorite to battle because she's not too difficult and you can rack up some nice combos when battling her to fill that combo meter. Next up we have Glovey. He's the easy and generic bad guy who uses an electric attack. You'll see him more than any other baddie. Number 3 is Bully. Unfortunately I lost my footage of this, so here's a reenactment of a human fighting the instruction manual. He has powerful whip attacks. While he has more health than most of the enemies, he's easy to lock into a combo and keep down. Number 4 is Stompy. This guy blocks a lot and uses rolling attacks. He also has loads of health and can be a pain to take down, but at least he doesn't dodge, which is what our 5th enemy does. Starry. This guy has to be stunned with a power move before you can hit him. At first I used the bark attack, but that used up a big chunk of the energy meter and I switched to using the laser eye move instead. This move is actually called laser vision, but I don't like the name, so I'm calling it laser eyes. I always save this guy for last. You have to focus on him to finish him off, and having other enemies in the mix is too much of a distraction. And finally, the worst enemy to fight in the game, Disky. I hate him so much. He throws sticky mines around that are impossible to dodge. He's also hard to combo because he'll stick a mine on your face while you're entering the moves. In retrospect, I should have used the invulnerability when this guy stuck me with a mine. Whatever. This guy's not much fun to fight. Unleash your superpower whenever this guy appears. Just take him down as fast as you can. This guy is a headache. Bolt has some fantastically frustrating moments that are clear warning signs that we're not in for a good experience. Moments like invisible walls. Moves that are hard to control and will throw you off of a stage. Then there's these power-ups found throughout the game. I don't actually know what most of them unlocked. Not all destructibles are destructible. There are items used throughout the game that can be broken, but the same models are used for the breakable and unbreakable items, and that sucks. The breakable items don't ever give you anything though. It feels like they never finished working on that part of the game. Penny can't do acrobatics. There are moments where she will swing from bar to bar, but she won't always grab on, and she swings off of the bars in unpredictable ways. The game gives you a few moments where you control and attack with this turret. It's a useless feature. Ignoring this turret and running in would have been faster. This entire box stage is lame. It doesn't line up well with the parts of the stage you're supposed to maneuver through. There's even an open door that you can't go through. Someone put the wrong door asset here. This is 100% a mistake that made it into the final game. Sometimes the game will tell you to use Penny's enhanced vision. There are times when it tells you to use this in the wrong place, which makes a confusing situation worse. Let me say that again. The help system causes confusion. And before we jump into the biggest offender, we have the inconsistent direction sin. Here it tells us to mash the circle button, here it tells us to hold the circle button, and here it tells us to mash the circle button. They used the wrong graphics. This is so stupid. And finally, the worst offense, Bolt's combo system. First of all, there's this weird hang in the air moment after he finishes a part of a combo. Maybe this was to make it easier to connect combos together, but I suspect it's a glitch that never got fixed. This slows down the game during action sequences and feels like crap to play through. You can use a ground stop to break free of this, but then you're just wasting your energy bar. It's a lose-lose situation. Even with this stupid pause, the enemies are usually too spread out to combo from one fight to the next. Bolt's entire battle system is whack, and the majority of the game is based around it. Now that we've got the worst out of the way, we have the take or leave it moments that are QuickTime events. These are all over the place, but they're not too difficult most of the time. Just plain old filler here. And now for the nice bits. The hacking aspect of the game is mostly fun. This could have been done better, but it's fun enough for being a small part of the game. Some of Penny's sneak kills get unique cutscenes. Some of these are a lot of fun. Speaking of the sneak skill, Penny is rewarded with more energy for pulling off these moves. That's a nice touch. The animated scenes between stages are fun. Look, there's Malcolm McDowell's voice.
We wait until the grid is in position, and we're certain that the weapon works. Besides, after all this hard work, he deserves to watch me test it on his hometown.
The game has destructible stage parts. It's a lot of fun to see enemies and the stage props getting destroyed when Bolt uses one of his mega power moves. And finally, there's the moments of clever platforming, whether it's hitting switches and running to the next spot before time runs out, to avoiding laser beams. There are some moments where the stage design really gets it right. Alright, I tried to cover the nice parts of this game, but now it's time to show some of the rage-inducing stage parts. There's this sneaking mission that ends with platforming that's impossible to aim because of the weird camera angle. This weird camera angle problem comes up a lot. I got so mad during this part. Then there's this frustrating platform area. You can't figure out what you need to do ahead of time. You just have to jump down and hit everything while you move and hope it does something useful. Also, these first two switches that you need to hit are easily hit on accident when you fight this guy right here. Yeah. If you hit one of them, and you probably did, you get to wait for them to reset because the timing is too tight to just run for it. This is so frustrating. And finally, another awkward angle platforming section. Some of these ledges have lips that are difficult to jump over, but you can't see them when you need to. So with all of those moments that infuriated me, I still kind of enjoyed the game. It is a frustrating game, but then again, so is Mega Man, and I love Mega Man. I would, however, have to rate this game a 4. There's way too much that's unfinished, broken, and just not fun to give it a 5, but it did keep me playing all the way to the end. It's probably 5 or 6 hours of entertainment if you do play it straight through, and there are unlockable minigames that I will never touch because I'm done with this game. Forever.
Retired.
Oh man, you did terrible again. You didn't catch me again, did you? I was right here. You didn't find me, 'cause you suck. Yeah, I hate that guy. What a jerk. Subscribe to my videos. I put out a new video every Thursday. You can watch them all. You can watch some old ones. You can watch some new ones. But like, comment, subscribe, share, I guess. I don't know. That seems fun. Click that video there. That one. Yeah. Video's done.